My heart is to serve you. My heart is to share with you. It's not to hurt you. It's not to tell you what we're doing is right or wrong. It's just to share with you and to serve you. Here's what I do believe about leadership. Someone asked me last night, Nathan, does tariffs and the economy affect your business? Who asked me that? Do you remember who? Yeah. We were talking, right, Jim? And we said, what does the economy and tariffs affect your business? Economy and tariffs don't affect any of our businesses. This affects us more than anything else. Tariffs, economy, competition, everything. Those are variables of the game. That's snow, that's rain, that's dirt, that's grass. We can choose to believe it's going to change us, or we can choose to act despite it. I will tell you this, my business goes up and down, not based off economy, but based off my effectiveness, based off my effort. And everything I'm sharing with you today, and the reason why what I share is somewhat hard to hear sometimes, it's all looking inward and nothing outward. Selling, leadership, serving is a skill business. It's not about industry knowledge. It's about impact and service. And I believe our job as a leader is to coach people to make them better at the skill. Now, you guys are leaders of leaders. Now, let's put this in perspective how valuable and powerful you are. Good and bad. Your effect is 10x. Let's put this in perspective. If an individual contributor does not do their job, is not held accountable, does not have the proper belief system, and I'm not saying that they're bad, but doesn't have an effective execution, it affects one person. If their manager does something wrong, it affects, and they have a 7-to-1 ratio, which means they have 7 direct reports and 1, it affects 8 people in the company. If a leader of a leader has 8 managers and they all have 8 people, the effect of ineffectiveness is 65 times. It's 65 people. And here's what's scary about leaders of leaders. They're the most ignored leaders of any organization. So here's my challenge to you. What we do as leaders of leaders, we have a value and a benefit. The benefit we have is we get to manage higher level people because we manage managers. The responsibility we have is significant. If we don't hold our people accountable as managers, they won't hold their people accountable. If we don't coach our leaders, they won't coach their people. How many people are parents? Like, can you imagine if you didn't love your children raising these people? Like, you'd be miserable. I mean, it's miserable now, but we love them so much we'll sacrifice. Being a leader of leaders is that same idea. Coaching is hard work. And if we don't know the value of being coached, we won't coach down. And that's our responsibility. So here's what I'll tell you, the force multiplier. We have the higher caliber person, but one of the things that we don't do is we don't coach our coaches. We manage them, but we don't coach them. And I want to give you, I'm just going to share some perspectives with you and lean into this. Now realize this. Don't think of, do I do it or not? Ask yourself, how do I do it better? How do I do it better? Because here's what I'll tell you. Coaching isn't about making bad leaders good leaders. Coaching is about making really good leaders better. If we hold people accountable, is it better for the person? Is it better for the team? Is it better for the customer? Is it better for us? Except we have to do all the work. I'll tell you this. The number one reason people don't hold people accountable is because we're selfish. It's exhausting, it's time consuming, and it's hard. Accountability is the most selfless act a leader can do. I'll tell you this too. I would bet every one of you who rank on the top of the team have a high level of accountability. My challenge to you is take it to the next level. The greatest college football coaches, they all have this in common. They set standards and no one can go below them. Here's what I will tell you. Remember I said earlier about the 10x effect? You set the standard on this accountability thing. Whatever level you accept, your people are going to go 3 steps below you. Accountability is the most selfless act you can do. My challenge to you is this. Live by this thing. Do it because you love them. If my girls did some of the things my employees did, I would ground my 13-year-old girl for a month. Why? Because I hate my daughter or because I love my daughter? Because I love her. And she's worth the work. Talk about our mindset. I'm a big believer. Everybody says you have to have a positive attitude. Everybody loves the positive attitude. I'm going to tell you this. I believe attitude is absolutely the most important thing we have. How many have kids? How many of you tell your kids, you got to have the right attitude, kid? How many of us yell out and go, you better get your mind right? And then we go yell at someone else with a bad attitude. You do as I say, not as I do. Attitudes matter. I'm telling you that I get to travel the world and meet some of the most successful people in the world. And the one thing they always tell you is attitude matters. It matters in sales. See, we got to be likable. You walk into a school, you walk in, whether you're administrating an individual plan or you're trying to get a new group, you better be good to hang out with. Right? And not just fun, but good. We need to be able with the right people. And by the way, you need to hang out with people with the right attitude. I don't know if you have one of these in your life, but you get rid of the life suckers. Now, you probably, let me show you what I mean when I always say a life sucker. Want to go to the movies? Yeah. Probably sold out. What are tickets, $500 each now? A bunch of kids out front playing sucky face. Wife's complaining about this, complaining about that. Oh, government's going to run us in the ground. Competition's not even, they're terrible. They're cheating, a bunch of liars. My boss is a pain in the ass, but got to go to this annual event. Woo, I'm going to learn a lot. Raise your hand if you know someone like this. I'm going to warn you, if you're not raising your hand, it's probably you. Just pointing out some things that other people are thinking. But you got to remove these naysayers. Oh, that just never worked. It won't work. Shut up. Like, no one cares about your negative opinion. Here's what I will tell you. If you don't love your job, you should quit. Now, your boss won't tell you that because finding good people is, yeah, see? See, your bosses, they won't tell you that because they're afraid of God. They're like afraid to death because they can't find anybody else better. You can. Right? Love what you do. And others will love you too. It matters. It matters. It matters. It matters. Bosses, if someone has a bad attitude, that's their fault. If you're keeping them on the team, that's your fault. We've got to mandate attitude just like we do our kids. It's not about having the best behavior. It's not about having a positive attitude. It's about having the right attitude. Now, the last thing I'll tell you about attitude is the one thing we have 100% control over, yet is the most difficult thing for us to control. And one thing you've got to do is you got to have an energy thermostat. You got to have an attitude thermostat. You walk into a house last week. Did you get cold weather last week? Holy smelly dogs, I thought I was in Utah. Actually, I was in Utah, but when I got home, I thought I was still in Utah. And when you got in your house and it was 48 degrees, what'd you do? Did you stay and freeze? What'd you do? I'm looking right at you. Like literally, like I'm locked in. Like there is no doubt who I'm talking to right now. Like even the guys behind you are like, yo, he's talking to you. So let me ask you a question. When it was freezing in your house and she was like, please quit staring at me. And it was cold, what did you do? You turned on the thermostat, right? And then the heater came on. You've got to have the thermostat. I get it. Listen, I have 4 kids. I've been married for 18 years. I have bad days too, right? Sometimes you get up and things just aren't working right. Here's what I'll tell you. You got to have a way to turn on your thermostat. You don't stay in a bad attitude. You don't stay in a bad mood because we don't get paid for bad attitudes. We don't get to have bad days. So whether it's music, a friend who's not a life sucker, whatever it may be, for me, it's my coin. I carry a coin everywhere I go, and it says GLAD, grateful, love, attitude, desire. And every time I touch my coin like I'm doing right now, I say, I'm grateful for my life, I love my wife, I love my life. Today is going to be an awesome day, and I desire to make an impact today. Like I really want to make some valuable contribution. And every time I touch it, it reminds me to be there, to be present. You need to have a thermostat, just like your house does. Next is belief. Belief is, listen, I'll give you a couple of things here that you're going to really relate to, but this is absolutely, you can't fake this. Now listen, the reason why I start with mindset is I could teach you how to split an atom today. But if you don't have the right mindset, how many times have you gone to this event before? Of course, not this one, but you go to an event before and you leave with 4 pages of notes. And in a month, you couldn't find your notes with a crowbar and a flashlight. Right? Like nothing's changed. We have to change how we believe and how we think before we'll change how we behave. And this isn't some kumbaya moment. Like, if you believe, you'll achieve. What I mean is, if you don't believe, you have no chance. Believing is determining whether we'll walk into a school or a location or a district office with confidence or timidness. Belief will determine if we will help someone and convince them to do what they need or not. Belief determines conviction, conviction determines effort, and effort determines results. Who has a child who does chores very poorly? Someone at the over the age, go, keep your hands up. I'm going to bring some. Hey, do you mind? Can you see me okay if I hop down here? Because this big thing, I feel like we're so far away and I want to hug you and I can't get to you. Some of you are like, that would be great. Stay up there. Probably a pedophile. Like, I'm not saying I can't go to schools, but what I am saying is I'm not allowed to do field trips anymore. And the reason why is because kids are bad. And apparently telling a 12-year-old boy you're going to give him a chest noogie till he cries is against company policy. Like, kids need manners. Okay, who has a child over the age of 12 who does chores very poorly? You do? Boy or girl? Perfect. They stink. Okay. Not your boy. Not your boy. Not your boy. Others. How old is your son?
He's going to be 14 next week.
14 next week.
14 next week.
You know, I have a 14-year-old daughter. Your son's literally my enemy.
Yeah, I know. I can't believe it.
Like I see your son, I'm like, don't even think about it. Like, move on.
Yeah.
Move on. I'm like the guy from, what's the one where they go, The Hangover?
Yeah.
Right? Kevin, what's the guy's name? The fat Jesus, what's his name? Zach. He's like, the old guy's walking by the car, he's like, move on, move on. Do you have this book, The Self Special Playbook?
I do not.
What, do you live under a rock, Jillian? It's one of the best books ever written. Okay, read this. So your son, what chores does he do poorly? Pick one. Oh, dishes. Okay, Jillian, I don't know if you're taking notes, but you're going to want to write this down. This is very life-changing for you. I'm going to teach you how to make your son do dishes correctly. Okay. And it's only going to take you 2 times. Okay. Do you know why your son does a poor job? You need to understand the why before you can fix the what. Do you know why your son does such a poor job of loading the dishwasher?
Because it's something I'll give up and he'll have to stop doing them.
Yeah, how many times do you reload it? Like, fix it?
Honestly, not very often. I make him come back if I find it in the dishwasher that's still dirty.
And yes, you don't. So your problem is the consequence is not great enough for him. You need to step up the consequence. And I'm not saying beat him, but close. Here's what we do. Let me explain why. So the reason why a kid does dishes or your chores poorly is because they have a different reason for doing the chores than you do. See, you do the chores for an outcome. Like, you put the dishes in the dishwasher to make them clean. So you put the bowls on the bottom facing down, because a bowl facing up doesn't make any sense except to a teenager or my wife. And then the second thing you do is you don't put plastic down on the bottom. Why? Because plastic what? Melts. Yeah, this doesn't take rocket science. But because you're doing the dishes to get them clean, you do it with a purpose. A kid says, if I put all the dishes in the square box, check the box, I'm done. Do you know who is just like our kids? Us. How many times do we check the box of our sales activity? Do things because we have to, not because we believe in them. Belief matters. If you worked for me, you would have to scrimmage. Now, I'll tell you what that is in a little while. But you would have to, you call it role playing every day. If you didn't, I'd fire you. And you say, oh my gosh, you must be a really mean manager. No, I'm actually a loving manager. I just want to make sure you show up in the best version of you as you can. And I know as in human and in life as an adult. Bless you. You okay, honey? Can you let it fly. Good for you. You're like, all right, smarty pants. You want to show me out in front of this audience? I'm allergic to you. I'm gonna give you a book for that. Never really been insulted that fast in front of so many people. Yeah, no, I'm listening. So here's the facts. You have to believe in what you do. You have to believe in who you are. You have to believe in what you sell. Like, you have to believe that what you do is noble. So when someone says, I don't want to buy insurance because I don't need it, you can look at them and go, you really do. You really do. Like, if my mom or my dad needed something, I would be persistent with passion. That's what belief is. Believe in the behaviors. Believe in what we do. And believe in who we are.
I got that sunshine in my pocket, got that good soul in my feet, I feel that hot blood in my
Love when people who didn't own their own business used to say crazy stuff. Like, I want to own my own business one day so I can work my own hours. You heard this one? I'm like, good news. You're getting all of them. All 24. I run my business and most importantly my sales teams like a sports team. I don't use sports cliches, I use sports principles, and I use sports disciplines. And here's the example. See, in business, we think knowledge and experience makes us great. It's not true. You see, in sports, it's not about who knows the sporting event the best. Those are the guys, the announcers. It's not the people who know how to act the best. Those guys are the directors. It's who has the best talent, the best skill, and has the most commitment and the most practice to do the job better than anyone else. They are successful because of their skill, not their knowledge. And I will tell you in business, what I have found to be true is true in every industry, in every country, is the leader who can focus on making people better and not more experienced wins. Now, and lastly, a sales professional knows that confidence breeds competence. Confidence is not something that we inherently have and keep. That's the trick. A lot of people think confidence is something that you're born with. Confidence is something that we continue to fill up. When we learn something, like have you ever noticed when you leave this meeting, you're more confident when you go home? My challenge to you is if you'll learn to practice every single day and every single week, this confidence level stays up. And we are confident, people assume that we are competent. And I will tell you, as a father of 3 daughters, there's nothing more important to me than my confident daughters. Don't care about smart. I like kind, but I need confident. And my youngest daughter, we go to meet with her teacher. And when she was in first grade, she's now in first grade again. There's a story here. And we go to meet with the teacher, and so my wife's like, I said, hey, do I get to go on this one? She goes, yes. I don't go to schools a lot anymore. I did a field trip once, and it didn't go well. See, I like kids. Well, no, that's not true. I like my kids. I just don't like other people's kids. I know, I coach baseball too, it's whatever. And so I go to school and the teacher says, hey, listen, let me tell you about Savannah. She is just this, they call her sunshine. She is so positive and everybody loves Savannah. They call her sunshine. And I'm like, she gets that from her dad. And my wife's like, no words, but a lot said. And I went, and then she says, but Savannah doesn't focus. Like, she's halftime, she's in Savannah land, which we don't know where it is. It's just not here. And if I give her direction, she starts off real strong, but fades away. And my wife, without skipping a beat, she gets that from her dad. And she's so right. The teacher continues talking, and she says, we want to move Savannah to second grade because she passed. And my wife says, no. She's not ready. She's too young. She's an August 31st baby. She's half the year too young. And she says, we would rather have a confident daughter than a smart daughter. Because we'll get smart, but we need to start confident. And that's how we need to be in sales. How many people believe attitude is important? Raise your hand. How many believe it's the most important? Raise your hand. I agree with you. How many of you are leaders that have employees and believe attitude is most important? Raise your hand. Okay, here's what I want you to do. If you have employees and you believe that attitude is the most important, tomorrow morning I want you to go fire everyone with a bad attitude in your office. Everyone's like, oh, wait, back it up. Don't know if you know this about my office. I got 2 employees. I fire one, it's me. It's a bad idea. But it's true. I'm not saying go fire them yet. I'm saying sometimes we don't tell people what we expect out of them. Attitudes are imperative, and here's what I will tell you. The first thing you got to do is remove the life sucker. Yeah, you can clap for it. Dang right. Get them out of your life, because you know what they want to do? They want to suck the life out of you. And if you don't know what they look like, do you want me to show you what they look? I will show you what they look like. Want to go to the movies? Yeah. Probably sold out. What are tickets? $400 each now? Bunch of kids out front playing sucky face. Wife's yipping and yapping about that. Boss is an idiot. Oh, good news. Corporate's coming to help. I always find that funny when they're paying my bill. Yeah, I'll go to the movie with you. Raise your hand if you know someone like this. I'm going to warn you, if you're not raising your hand, pretty good chance it's you. I'm just giving you observations. I'm not making judgments. But you got to remove the life sucker. Man, people say, how you doing? I say, I'm living the dream, no matter what. Living the dream. And it's great because it's applicable whether I'm having a good day or a bad day, because I did not say it was a good dream. I have 4 children, 25, 17, 9, and 7. I'm the only cat you know that at 40 years old had a kid, a vasectomy, and a hair transplant in the same year. I know, my wife's like, quit telling everyone about the hair transplant. Might as well tell you I've had 2. A sales professional, our intent is truly to serve them. Listen, I'm a servant. I want to serve you. I want you to love me. And because I found that if you love me and I serve you, you pay me. It's really cool. Have you ever noticed the greatest servant in a restaurant gets the biggest tips, not because they're working for tips, but because they're servants? And people think servants are low-level people. No. The greatest leaders I've ever met in my life, the most successful people I've ever met in my life, are the greatest servants. Because they're so confident, they're humble, and they don't worry about, no task is beneath them. FBI selling. You use this, feature, benefit, impact. I love this. The skill that I want you to bring with this is this. The feature is not your product. The feature is you. We've been teaching this wrong since the 80s, or even before that, but I only remember the 80s because I'm not that old. Hair transplants work. The feature's us. The benefit is the time and the service we give people. They can buy your product or a similar product of yours anywhere else, can't they? I mean, come on. Every business that's not government is a commodity, if we allow it to be. The value that we must sell is what we do, not what we say. It's what we understand, not what we tell. We are the feature. What we do is benefit. And how we touch people and change their lives, that's the impact. And the bigger the impact, the more the success. Say, I am passionate. I am passionate. Thank you, guys.